Thor is running straight at a man's skull with an axe that once buried itself in Thanos' chest. This is the same move that ended a Titan, the same weapon that finished a war. And this time, he actually goes for the head. No hesitation, no mistake. Redemption. 8 years in the making. And it does absolutely nothing. No flinch, no struggle. Just 2 fingers, holding back a weapon that could level an army. Thanos, with the Infinity Stones in his grip, couldn't do that. This guy did it looking almost bored. But wait, who even is this guy? Let's talk about Victor Von Doom. Before he was a supervillain, Victor Von Doom was just a genius kid from Latveria, a small, fictional Eastern European country, born to a mother who dabbled in sorcery and a father who was a healer for the local baron. He grows up in poverty, but with a mind sharp enough to put most scientists on Earth to shame. By the time he's a teenager, he's already building his own tech from scratch. He earns a scholarship to America, to the same university as a young Reed Richards, the man who'll eventually become Mr. Fantastic. And here's the thing people forget. Victor was arguably smarter than Reed. That's not fan hyperbole. In most versions of the story, Victor is positioned as his intellectual equal, if not his better. But where Reed is careful, methodical, Victor is arrogant. Convinced of his own genius, he ignores Reed's warnings about a flawed experiment, an attempt to contact the astral realm and communicate with the spirit of his dead mother. The experiment goes wrong. It disfigures his face, and depending on the version of the story, breaks something in him that never fully heals. He disappears into the mountains, finds a group of monks, and forges the iron mask and armor that become his identity. From that point forward, he isn't Victor Von Doom the scientist anymore. He's Dr. Doom. Here's why Doom hits different from basically every other Marvel villain you've grown up watching. Thanos wanted to fix the universe through brute force and a warped sense of balance. Killmonger wanted justice for the oppressed. Ultron wanted to save humanity by ending it. Doom just wants to rule. And he genuinely believes he'd be better at it than anyone currently in charge, heroes included. He's not a monster who stumbled into power. He's a monarch, the literal, actual ruler of Latveria, a country he's turned into a fortress utopia through sheer force of will and intellect. His people are protected, fed, and, depending on the writer, genuinely loyal to him. Because under Doom, Latveria works. That's what makes him dangerous in a way Thanos never was. Thanos was a threat from outside. Doom is a threat who could walk into a UN meeting, out-argue every diplomat in the room, and leave with more political power than he came in with. He's a scientist, a sorcerer, a king, and in nearly every version of the character, one of the smartest people to ever exist in the Marvel Universe. So let's go back to that trailer moment, because it's doing a lot of storytelling in about 2 seconds. Doom's power usually comes from 2 places layered on top of each other: technology and sorcery. His armor alone is often described as some of the most advanced in the Marvel Universe, durable enough to shrug off attacks that would kill most heroes outright. On top of that, he's trained in mystic arts, at a level that puts him in conversation with characters like Doctor Strange. Stopping Stormbreaker with 2 fingers isn't just a cool visual, it's shorthand. The trailer's telling you, without a single line of dialogue, that this version of Doom operates on a different tier than anything the Avengers have fought before, Thanos included. And the callback makes it worse. Thor aims for the head this time. He's corrected the mistake that haunted him since Infinity War. Okay, but let's actually theorize for a second, because he's just built different isn't a satisfying answer. What could realistically put Doom on a level where a Thanos-killing weapon does nothing to him? Theory 1. It's not just armor, It's Latvierian tech decades ahead of everyone else. In the comics, Doom's suits aren't off-the-shelf super armor. He builds and rebuilds them constantly, folding in alien tech, mystic runes, and his own research every time. If the MCU is drawing from that, the two-finger block might not be about raw strength at all. It could be the armor itself absorbing and redirecting the kinetic force of the hit, the same way it's done in the comics against people far stronger than Thor. Theory 2, it's sorcery, not muscle. Doom is one of the only characters in Marvel who's both a top-tier scientist and a genuinely powerful sorcerer. A protective ward or a reinforcement spell layered over the armor would explain why he barely reacts. He's not blocking Stormbreaker with physical force, he's making sure the force never actually reaches him. Theory 3, he's had help, or he's stolen power. This is a classic Doom move across different comic runs, absorbing power that isn't his. He's stolen the Beyonder's abilities, taken on traits of Doctor Strange, even briefly wielded cosmic-level power in Secret Wars. If this MCU version has already crossed paths with something or someone from the incursions we've seen teased, that two-finger block might be a preview of power he's borrowed, rather than power he was always going to have. Whichever theory is right, the trailer is doing exactly what it should, making you ask the question instead of answering it. And then there's the casting decision that broke the internet. Robert Downey Jr., the man who was Iron Man for over a decade, coming back to the MCU as its next big villain. That's not an accident. Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom have always been mirrors of each other in the comics. Two genius-level inventors, similar egos, wildly different moral compasses. One built a team, the other built a throne. Putting the same actor in both roles means every scene Doom is in carries this uncomfortable undertone. What if Tony Stark had made different choices? What if the genius everyone loved had decided the world wasn't worth saving, just ruling? So when December rolls around and Avengers Doomsday hits theaters, remember what that trailer just told you. This isn't a villain the Avengers can punch their way through. This is a king, a scientist, and a sorcerer who's been outsmarting people smarter than Thor for decades. And he did all of that with 2 fingers.